Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. No more.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
This is Walker on 2nd. Hits a seam at the 40. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Hey, here we go. Sunday.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Look at this. The tight end getting the carry here. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. Return lanes don't open for him. He stops shy of the 15. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Seahawks football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hold on. Hey, we go. 49, flip it up. Hey, trio left. Catch left.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
No touch it! No touch it!
Here's Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running with Walker again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
He's trying to do it himself. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch it.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 17-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've been moving it well, but face a third down here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's fourth down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running left, here's Walker. And he'll get it up to the 44. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Staying with Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
To the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Smith. Finds Smith in Jigba. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Working quickly here. Smith on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Caleb Farley ranging over for that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Walker running to the right. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Alert! Alert! Someone set.
Throwing is Smith. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Someone set.
Walker on 1st down. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Seahawks driving. Second down now, 7 to go. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Smith. That's Metcalf running the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
There we go.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Handoff running left, Walker. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Walker goes up and over for the touchdown. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
Eagles 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Great. Set. No touch.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Great. Set. No touch.
Back to throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Eagles 3.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Hey, 73. No touch.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets him around 6 there. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
No touch. Set. No touch.
He finds Neighbors right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Third and a lone yard coming up.
No touch. Set. No touch.
Throwing here, Hurts. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Great. Set. No touch.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 47. And they had that one contained right at the line. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
63, back.
Hurts now on 4th. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Hurts throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Crowd left, Yanni.
From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Great, set.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's on the move. Catch is made in close. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Strike. 53. Middle.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, it's Smith. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun now on third down. He has the first over the middle. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Seahawks will have a first down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Ready.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This is Walker on second. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go.
It's Walker on the give. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Check 58.
Running is Walker. He finds space into the red zone. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Come on, shot.
To the ground with Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Come on, shot. Tuesday.
Tight end gets it running forward. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
So many offenses will script, Kate, the first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue to push for the goal line.
On third down, Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
There we go, to the line.
Straight ahead, they go with Hall. He's in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Yo, touch that.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Great, set. Yo, touch.
Hurts. Go tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Tarvarius Ward picks it up.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. Yo, touch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down.
Good.
First and 10 at the 43.
Back to throw, Hurts. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And the Seahawks pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Metcalf there to bring it in. He has room past the 25. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks keep running away with this. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
First down, a run with Barkley. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going.